I have so much time to think. I think too much sometimes. Sometimes I think too much. Um, but I recently have been thinking about why we, as it seems like a lot of us as a culture, we like to live the mediocre life. A lot of us don't strive for more than what we think we deserve. And I don't really understand why we're like that. Why do we think that we can't have more than we deserve? I guess, like, maybe we just don't realize that anything's possible. I guess a lot of us are realists, or, we think that only certain things are going to happen, the other things aren't really possible, but the truth is that things are always possible. It's about getting the right thought of mind, the right train of mind. I mean, I've said in a few other videos, I have done so many things that I just thought I would never do, and met so many amazing people that I just never thought somebody like me would ever come across. So why do we let ourselves become happy with the mediocrity of life, I guess? Like, we could do so much more with our lives, but a lot of us just find a happy medium, and sometimes not even a happy medium. We're done looking. I guess we get lazy, and we don't care anymore. And you should always care, and your future is always got a bright outcome if you stick to it. I know it's hard sometimes to stick to things that we don't necessarily believe are going to ever happen. But if you quit, like, how are you going to ever find out if these things are to ever come to fruition, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I I don't know what's happened, in my future, and like I've said in a lot of other videos, I'm very spiritual. I am very in tune with the spiritual world. That's what I will say. And I know that sounds super, super crazy, but to me, it's not crazy because that's how I feel. That's what I feel. I'm not saying that it's, something that's right for everybody. And I'm sure not everybody feels the same way. And sometimes I feel like nobody gets me and nobody understands exactly how I feel. But the truth of the matter is that we are all different. But in the same way, we're all the same. So we've got to find common ground and work with each other and not push each other away. I think that it's so, so hard to live a life where you push people away. And if you're always negative, you're going to push people away because you don't think that they're in your life for the right reason. But, you know, if if things keep going awry and you feel like this person or issues aren't right, then, you know, then sure, step out of it. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things out there for us, and if we don't take the chance, the opportunity to find out what's out there for us, and this is why I'm going cross country. I definitely don't think there's anything here for me. I mean, I've left so many times out of Muncie, Indiana. I definitely don't think there's anything here for me. That doesn't mean that there isn't things here for people, but I feel like for the younger generation, there really isn't much, especially for the artists in this community. Excuse me. And as a Wiccan slash spiritualist kind of person, I want to meet other people like me, and there are some people like me here, but to be honest, there's not that many. And a lot of people here are so happy with just mediocre lives, and that's not me. And people are happy living like they're stuck in the 80s or 90s, and I think that's one of the reasons that I have to get out of here, because and the reason I've tried to leave so many times is because of the fact that this place is just full of like reminiscing. Like you just get so stuck in reminiscing and thinking of the past, because what else can you do here? There really isn't that much to do here. Um, so I mean, what can I say? These are just mumbles and jumbles, kind of a journal kind of thing. I'm irritated with people that are close in my life, a person in particular, and I don't understand some of the choices that they make, and I'm sure that they would think that I'm being, you know, told by other people to think a certain way, but I don't. That's not how I view things. You build up people sometimes, and it's your mind that's building it up because you want there to be a build up. You want there to be something great and amazing there. But I don't see it, and I'm not really sure what you see. And it's great that you can find somebody to love you. And if your situation and scenario of life was different, if you didn't have kids, you weren't having issues paying bills, then maybe I'd be okay with the person that you chose to be with. But I don't think so, because it doesn't treat you like royalty. It doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, of course, there's the love, I guess, that's given, but honestly, how I feel about relationships is they're completely overrated. You don't need somebody to make you happy. That's all in your head. That is a mental state of mind. There is no reason that you have to be with somebody. I think the people that have to be with somebody, they're lucky if they do get that, get somebody, but at the same time, I feel that, if they're not right for you, if it's not even the right time for you to be with somebody, I feel like it's a weakness almost to be with somebody. It's not a good thing. I think getting your life together is more important than being with somebody. And I'm not perfect. I've been with crazy people, of course. But the difference being, I kind of learned my lesson, and I kind of stay away from like dating right now. I mean, I talk to people, but most of the time, and this irritates me a lot, guys just want sex, and that's about it. And then it's just kind of over with after you give it to them. So it's like, I don't understand. I'm looking for I mean, if I'm going to get in a relationship with anybody, they have to understand me for one, which is completely, I feel like a lot of people have a hard time trying to understand me, which sometimes so do I. But I also think that there has to be an immense amount of trust, because I don't trust very many people in the first place, and chances are if you don't approach me, I'm not going to approach you, because I don't want to spend my time feeling like I have to impress you or that I have to find reasons as to why we should talk. Because honestly, if you're not interested enough in me to approach me in the first place, I probably don't want to talk to you anyways. And it's not an ego thing. It's more of I've been with people that I approach and I put all my effort into being with them, and it didn't mean anything to them. It didn't mean shit to them, and I thought it did, but when people just leave at a drop of a hat, that it really wasn't that important, that great. And I know these are just rambles. This is just like a journal kind of a moment. I'm just trying to figure out things in my mind. So I guess talking kind of helps that, helps me through it, helps me understand it. I don't know if you guys can see, but my blonde is coming through so much right now. I'm letting it grow out. I'm also kind of thinking of doing the whole Skrillex look where I shave, where he shaved like half of his head, so I would kind of look like that. Which I'm probably going to do. It's just something I've wanted to do. And this side is always, for some reason, it's always so much shorter than the other side. I don't know if it's the way it's cut or if it just grows slower. I don't know. But I'm pretty much sure I'm going to say goodbye to this side of my hair. I don't like the way it grew in this time. I don't know. I'm weird, and I know it. And this side is long enough to where, you know, I don't think it'll look too weird if I shave half of my head. I mean, it's got to be weird for a while, but I don't really mind it. Okay, so I'm babbling. So I don't know if this video even makes any sense, but hopefully it does. Um, Basically, what I am saying, as I've said every time before when I'm getting ready or close to leaving the city, which I'm kind of not exactly close yet, but once I am, I will be really happy to get out of this city, this town, this state. This state makes you in a state of mind of like depression. And people say it's all you look at it, it's all how you think about it. Honestly, there just isn't anything here. There's like nothing here for anyone. I just feel like there's just nothing here. And that's how I feel about myself right now. There's just nothing here right now. I'm getting sick of it. And I'm ready to leave. And I can't wait to see what is out there for me. Because there's nothing here for me. And I've known that. I've known that since I was little. I've always felt like this just wasn't the place to be. And if you feel like that, wherever you are, then find a way, find an escape to go and find a way to be happy, because being depressed, there's ways to get out of being depressed and keep your mind on where you want to be and never ever give up on where you want to be. I am not where I want to be, but I will continuously keep you guys updated. Um, but I am staying positive. I really am staying positive. I'm finding ways to stay positive because I know this isn't a forever thing. I am leaving soon, within the next year. So I'm not going to stay upset about being here because I know I'm not going to be here forever. And I'm not coming back this time. I'm not coming back this time. I am definitely done. I finally learned my lesson. Not coming back here doesn't do anything for me. And once I get where I want to be, I'll have my family. I can get my family to visit me. Hopefully when I'm at where I'm at, I can pay for them to come visit me. You just got to keep a positive mindset about everything. and things will come. The universe will hear you. Anyways, I'm babbling. I will talk to you guys later.